Okay.
All right.
Take number 2. This looks a lot better. Okay.
I just told Brian Rand that I was fixing it.
Good job.
I got it, Brian.
Good job, Kenny. Good job.
All right. And I just got a notification that we went live. That's pretty cool.
There we go. Cool. We live.
All right, guys. All right.
Did we lose everything? Do we got to start over, Dave?
Yeah, we got to start.
Okay, no worries. Hey,
So we'll.
I'm here
reshare
for it. You
this.
hear me?
Appreciate that.
Show business.
We'll do this
Let's
again.
do this.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, James Sanders.
Hey, carp anglers! James Sanders here from Team Fish Fighters and Bottom Feeder Baits.
I am Kenny Mack with USA CARP Guide and Bottom Feeder Baits.
And I'm Daniel Irish from USA CARP Guide and Bottom Feeder Baits. How's everybody doing out there on take number 2? Yeah, that rarely happens. But for those of you in the live stream and not watching this on YouTube later on, we had to do a take number 2. So everything kind of went glitchy. Everything went wonky. And luckily, we had some people in the chat saying, it's frozen. We lost connection. So we went ahead. We did some restarts, and now we are smooth as butter. So
I kept my cool, and Daniel fixed it.
Thank you, Daniel.
hey, that's all we need.
This is all the way from the UK again. Big Duff, I want to thank you for coming to on our show. Your time's 12 o'clock. Our time's 8 p.m. And, we appreciate you staying up for us. Definitely appreciate that. And, hey, for the carp anglers that don't know you, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself and how long you've been doing this content of yours?
So my real name is James, and I've set up a page called Big Duffs Fishing. And I'm not going to lie, James, for me, I just put videos out on the internet like a lot of people do. And in a very short space of time, it has gone boom. I didn't ever want to do what I'm doing now because I didn't ever think it would get to this. But now it's just gone boom. It's been incredible. Absolutely incredible.
So what is it like for an angler to actually make this like a career now? You know what I mean? That you're putting content up, you go out and fish, and you're doing that, you get all the people the video stuff that you need. I mean, like you say, you never thought this would happen, and like you say, boom, there it is.
I think day to day now, my days are very, very varied, and I think some people may not realise what the job can entail. For example, there's lots of when you're making content, you've got to make content. But the way I make content, like a lot of people watch videos on YouTube, I'm what's called a short form content creator. So most of my videos, I'd probably say 95% of them are between 30 seconds and a minute long, which in that sense works really well for me because like yesterday, I was on the Corda water, which is embryo Norton Disney. You may have heard of it.
Wow.
And I blanked, unfortunately. I didn't catch, and I still managed to pull 30 to 40. Need to get content all the time, but it's very fun. It is very, very fun. I wouldn't swap my job for anything.
Wow, that's all.
Yeah, we enjoy them, and I think that's what today's audience is looking for is the quick scroll, and you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So I think you're lining up with supply and demand. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I think you're right. I think in modern society now, people are always looking for a quicker way to get from A to B. So just as an example, COVID, for an example, everybody went mad on Amazon because they could find something they wanted to buy, they could click it, and the next day it was there. And now when people are looking at content and they want to learn how to tie, let's say, a solid PVA bag, they don't want to watch a 15-minute. They want 30 seconds to a minute long.
Right.
And it's the quickest way of getting from A to B.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm going to be kind of serious. I didn't really watched a lot of YouTube videos or anything during COVID time. The only thing I was really looking for is toilet paper. I had a hard time finding toilet paper, and yeah.
We were the same in the UK,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, we're just bad shortage of toilet paper in the United States.
I don't know if you heard about that, but what he said,
A lot
is
of
during the COVID,
a lot of
for
buttons
whatever
in the
reason,
US.
we depleted our supply of toilet paper. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I still don't know why.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of books and binders and paper was being used.
We left all the cold medicine and all the
Yeah, all the good
pharmacies.
stuff.
We didn't touch any of that.
No.
But
No.
we depleted the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
True story. No.
But aside from COVID, aside from the fact that we ransacked every store for all the toilet paper, one thing that I do like about your content, you're saying that you have short form content from 30 seconds to a minute, but it's you're showing yourself a lot. It's from your perspective. You have your personality in it a lot. Some of what we have done in the past, were a lot of pictures to music and things like that. A lot of the early American videos that you see, are essentially slideshows with pictures showing carp and things like that. But you have more of your whole personality injected into that. Was that something that you did from the beginning, and how did you start, doing this whole social media influencer?
I mean, I think, and I'm sure you guys can back me up on this because I actually met you recently at a show over in the States, is the way I try to portray myself online is being exactly the same person that I am in real life. And I think that is really, I think it's critical to what I do. Because I'm not a perfect carp angler. I'm not coming on your lovely podcast tonight telling everybody that I'm a professional carp angler, because I'm not.
What?
And I make mistakes and I try and learn them mistakes, and I think as long as I can be true to myself and put my personality in, because I'm like a coiled spring. It's midnight here in the UK and I'm like a little boy. I'm excited. I'm coming on my friend's American podcast. I'm like a kid at Christmas.
I really appreciate that. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
me too. I love that energy, man.
Yeah.
And you are, from this side, we were watching you before you came over, and when you got over here, so I can tell you from our perspective, you are one and the same. There was no, I didn't feel any difference between your real life personality than what I have viewed. On your shorts. One of my favorite one, Duff, was the night crawlers, the worms. When the worms got all over your tit, and that was good, buddy.
That was genuinely. Yeah, it was genuinely real, and it scared me as well. For a big guy that I am, it don't take much to frighten me, And one dropped on my face while we're asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh no.
That's terrifying. So we are talking about this energy that you do radiate through your shorts. The energy that you do radiate in person. When you meet you, have you always had this energy? Thinking back to when you were in school and things like that. Were you always this outgoing? Were you always this energetic? And did it get you in trouble at times?
Yes, I had a very colourful childhood. I wouldn't say that I was, when I mean in trouble, not in trouble with the law. I've got a very clean record in that sense, but I was always very outspoken, very energetic, struggling in situations like sat in a classroom and having a teacher talk to you. I don't know about you guys, but I find this a lot with a hell of a lot of carp anglers. I think the reason people develop the obsession with carp angling is they're very much, if they're into it, they're into it. If they're not interested, they're just not interested, and that is me. So if somebody asked me to go on a golf podcast,
Right.
I'd be like, yeah, Yeah, it doesn't interest me, but I am so hyper fixated
Right.
on fishing. And of course, a byproduct of that now is being hyper fixated on making content. Like, I can't remember how many reels a week I do now, but if I think 3, 6, 9, so 9 today,
Nice.
9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. 63 reels a day, and that's just for a week, sorry, and that's just for Big Duffs Fishing.
Yeah.
I'm currently sat in my work office now where I am a paid content creator, and I do 2 or 3 a day for them as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
how many reels, yeah.
That just like spins my head a lot. Wow.
I need to take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hearing that, like knowing the editing that just goes
Right.
into one
That's-
of my reels, and you're making 9 of them. That's incredible. That's a lot of brain power that people don't
Right.
realize. It does strain the brain a lot. It's a lot of mental work.
And so, Big Duff, I gotta know,
Yep.
what does the missus think of all this? What does the missus think of you coming to the States? And, yeah, what's her perspective on it, I wonder?
The missus is absolutely craving to meet you guys.
Really?
And that is genuine. Yes, mate. Honestly, like my missus understands the passion I have now developed for American carp angling, and I've never even chucked a rod over in the States. Like, she understands. Like,
Not yet.
the wife is an unpaid employee. And I'm sure she'll probably comment on this when it goes out on YouTube. My wife is fantastic. She
Wow, good.
schedules content for me. If I've got a really busy day with meetings, or I might have filming schedules,
Yeah.
and she'll schedule content. As long as I've filmed it, edited it, made it look nice, she'll schedule it. She's fantastic.
That's very
Nice.
cool.
That's great.
I remember when you came to Massachusetts for that fishing social and all that stuff, and you was eyeballing some bottom feeder bait product, the carp cocaine and the carp crack. Did you take that stuff with you to the airport, and did they give you a cavity search after that?
I'm going to be brutally honest. I Googled how am I going to get through the airport, and it wasn't the American side that I was worried about. It was the UK side, and it did say, because, mate, I thought it was fantastic. It is right up my street, but I did Google it, and it said not to bring anything in that says the word cocaine or crack on it. So, yeah. But having said that, brother, when I come out and fish with you guys, I fully intend on using carp crack and carp cocaine.
Well, we actually we
Yeah.
changed the name.
We
you had to break his heart.
We had to change
we
the name.
broke, bro. We had to break.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I did say.
the carp cocaine is now called OG Blend, and the carp crack is called Legend. So,
But just for you, we'll get some carp crack
Yeah.
and some carp cocaine. Don't worry.
We'll just go ahead.
James auctioned off the last bag
I
at
did.
the expo.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, people were pretty excited
Yeah,
actually.
$1 million. Oh,
Are there bags right there?
You could buy that condo.
that's carp cocaine. Yeah,
That is carp cocaine.
There
so
it is.
there is
The
the
last
last
bag
bag right
carp
there
cocaine.
is on the set. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
$15 says Paul Metz. Yeah. As we're talking about, you came over to America. What was, before we get into carp fishing, I want to know, what was your favorite part about the trip in general?
Could I just ask you to repeat that question, brother? Because I just had the first bit was really crackly.
Yeah, no worries. As we're on the topic of, your trip to America and stuff like that, before we get into American carp fishing and things like that, what was your favorite part about the trip, aside from fishing or the carp community and things like that?
I think, honestly, and some people will call me cheesy. Anybody that follows me will understand that I pour my heart into social media. And if I'm feeling a certain way, then I will put it out. Brother, the friendships that I've made genuinely, like you guys and the rest of the crew that I met at Massachusetts you're my brothers for life.
Amen.
Absolutely brothers for life. Like, and
Amen.
mate,
Except Daniel.
I post that on Facebook. Post that this on Facebook this evening, saying that I care more about the friendships I make in fishing than looking at a sat in a net.
I totally agree.
Really do.
Yeah.
It's the friendship.
Yeah, I think that's cool. We could definitely, feel that when you're, introducing yourself to us. When you, saw that we had a little group of carpers, and you wanted to be with us. You were like, oh, a group of people that love fishing. I love fishing. Let's talk. So it's cool. We could definitely feel that from you.
That
you accepted me like family.
Yeah,
of course.
Of all who's your biggest role models in carp fishing in the UK?
You don't gotta say it here, Duff.
No. You can keep Kenny's Kenny's name out of your mouth. That's okay.
I'm very fortunate in my job. I get to work with some real big names. I mean, the guy that owns this building, Mark Pitchers. Many of you will have seen. Mark Pitchers before owns this building that I'm sat in today. The Corder guys, like there's so many of them that like inspire me, because them to me are professional carp anglers that are a master at their craft. I'm probably better at making fishing videos than I am at going fishing.
You also have a lot of.
But yeah, man, yeah, so many.
You also have a lot of product of Big Duffs Fishing. You got your coffee mugs. You got other things. How many items do you have that you basically for sale or you give away, whatever?
So I've just pulled all of my clothing off of sale because nice. I've just gone to a new guy so he's doing a full range for me now, which will be ladies, men's, and children, and that's winter wear and summer wear. So that will be really big. That's going to launch, I'd like to say, in around 6 weeks.
Okay. Oh wow!
I've just had a full range of different bobbins done, cups. What else? And yeah, that's it for that is it for the moment. That I don't want a huge range because it's very difficult to manage.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Where do you want to fish at first over here, Duff?
Pardon?
Where is it that you would like to fish at first in the States?
Dale Hollow's there, brother.
Yeah.
Dale Hollow.
Yeah, they're going to Dale Hollow next week.
Yeah.
What?
Connecticut River. Connecticut River, definitely. Lake Michigan.
That's a good one.
So many beautiful waters in America. So many incredible places. Yeah. I'd like to do some of the park lakes as well.
Yeah.
The park lakes are really fun. The cool thing about the park lakes, you're not going to get the biggest fish, but you're going to get some special captures. You're going to get some cool koi, some cool, some really cool known fish. And at the same time, you're also going to get the public that, doesn't know about carp fishing. And so, you can always teach at least one or two families, show a child a carp, have them touch their first fish in their entire life, So it's really cool that we're able to do things like that. Where do you think
it's so important?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying it's so important to push the sport forward as well as to be showing new people and and letting them have a chance and see it, for themselves.
Mm-hmm. So, on the path that we're at now, where do you see carp fishing in North America in, say, 5 years? And then, where do you see it in maybe 15 years?
Brother, there is a gap wide open. Wide open, brother. I've never been more excited about anything in carp fishing in my life as when I've come over to America and seen for myself the potential for carp fishing in America it's frightening. It is frighteningly big. You guys look at us here in the UK and out in Europe and you think that, like, mate, it's got the potential to be twice the size of this in the UK, if not bigger.
Yeah, it's just going to take us all, Duff. It's going to take not only is it going to take us all, but it's going to take continuity. Next man up. You get a guy that runs until he just runs out of oxygen, and there needs to be a follow-up to that and a follow-up to that. And there has been many a man here that has made a push. Ian Sorrell comes into mind. There's lots of guys that Sean Manning and those guys over there. There's a couple groups that are already here and they're pushing, and there's another guy that's breathing new oxygen, Dominique Webb, with Carp Sport Fishing, and he's got his web. In fact, it went public today, I think.
Oh, did it?
And so
good friend. I was literally just on the phone to Dominic before I came into this room.
Yeah,
like, good friend of mine.
Awesome.
Good friend of mine.
And I think what needs to happen is everybody just start looking around and asking themselves this question: where can I help?
Yeah.
Find that spot and get in it.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yep.
Find your spot and get in it.
Amen.
Don't look at what this guy's supposed to be doing. Don't look at what that guy can or can't do.
Right.
Let's not do that. Let's come together. Ask yourself, where can I help?
Yeah.
And get there.
You met these boys before, the Real Good Hunters over there in Massachusetts. They said you need to come to Lady Ginger tournament. That they have like
May 22nd through the 25th.
I am blown away. I still watch their stuff today. They're incredible. They're incredible boys.
Yeah.
And I have never wanted boys to succeed as much as I want them. I don't think they realise how much of a fan of them I am. I am such a fan of them. They're incredible boys. And the mum, I met the lovely mother as well. The mother, if she's watching,
and Dad too,
big
Mike
love
as well.
Yeah.
It's the entire aura, brother. Really, it's the entire aura. They're blessed. They're leading, and in my personal opinion, that's how living should be done. It sure is, and just hats off to the Leslie family.
Yeah,
keep it up.
Yeah, Real Good Hunter. You guys out there, you guys are my heroes. No joke, honestly.
I wouldn't go that far, Tyler. I was still out.
he didn't want my autograph, did he? Jeez. I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah, but I love what you're talking about, Duff. There is a big gap, sir. Mm-hmm. We recognize it. Yep. We wholeheartedly recognize it. And that's the reason why I say what I say is because my own shortcomings, my own inabilities. You don't want me talking to a judge. I'm going to be making jokes the whole way through. I'm just not that guy. You don't want. I'm not smart like that when it comes to talking to those politicians. You get me over here and talking to the DNR, and okay, now there's where I can talk. There's where I can get involved, and so that's why I say what I say. As opposed to worrying about what I can't do or trying to find somebody to do something that I can't do. I'm going to focus on what I can do. And Daniel and I and Austin Jones and my team, as a matter of fact, are going to be beating up Tennessee and doing our part and just keep beating on Tennessee, and hopefully the surrounding states will start doing the same thing, and we just find that continuity and not let up. Get the young ones behind them. Hey, here's what we're doing. Here's what I need you to do. I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
I've done this for 5 months. I've done it for 5 weeks. I've done it for 5 days. Put your part in, pass the baton, and let's keep pushing. Yeah.
Our own army. Wow. Hey, if you guys are watching the show or anything, if you guys got any questions for Big Duff or James, just let us know. We'll go ahead and relay what you guys say, and keep watching.
And while we are waiting for a question, and we want a question.
Yeah.
Tired of asking you guys for questions, and you're not giving us questions.
Yeah, you got
Paul Metz. Paul
I
Metz
got it.
does have a question. He
All
wants
right, we
to
got one
know.
question.
Go ahead, Paul.
Paul Metz wanted to know what your biggest mirror carp is.
I've got my phone. I can show it you. It's I caught my biggest last year in Croatia. It was 58 pounds 6 ounce.
That's it.
Oh, that's all.
Bentley
I'm just
caught bigger ones than that.
I'm just gonna find it now.
58.
58.
The biggest mirror. I'll just turn the brightness up.
No, that's it.
58 pounds.
Which
That's like-
was
Are we talking about
higher.
58?
Holy cow.
Come on, man. You can do better than
I'm
that.
about to quit, man.
You can do. You're a big guy too, man.
that is my
Wow.
that's my third 50 pound.
That's your third?
Yeah.
Okay. we
Third.
got
Incredible
it.
beat.
Okay.
A
That's it. That's the
58
end of the
pounder
podcast.
is legitimately half of what I weigh. 50% of me. That's insane. That is insane.
I'm not gonna lie. When me and Duff was talking earlier, about maybe a month ago, and he started showing me some of his pictures. They gave me. He said, "Man, you need some of my pictures?" Yeah, sure. Go ahead and send me. And I'm like, and I told him, "Man, when'd you open a can of sardines?" And you start showing your. He said, "Well, at least I don't have. I don't live in the UK. I mean, in America, do I?"
Hey, Duff, what is your favorite rig, sir?
Yeah.
Good question. Very good question. I think obviously there's lots of variables in carp fishing,
Yeah.
and different rigs are suit different situations. But I would definitely say, brother, if I was going into a lake blind that I'd never fished before and I was on limited time, a solid PVA bag, 110%, because you can pretty much cast them anywhere, so yeah, that.
Like that.
Yeah, that's we just had a little unofficial social a couple weekends ago, and one of the anglers there, he was using PVA bags, and right there in the evening, he finally got a run, and it was the biggest fish of the session. A nice 18-pound common, and he's thankful for those PVA bags. It's a really good way to, like you said, just get a little bit of bait out there in the exact spot that you want it, especially when you don't have pack bait.
Yeah. Now, you guys don't use pack baits too much.
Absolutely.
You don't?
No.
Yeah.
We don't.
Boilies.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to throw a pack bait together.
Do you guys? I was watching this one YouTuber from the UK. And sorry, I forget his name, but he's talking about between the bait that the UK anglers use and what United States anglers use, and he was like saying he never even heard of grits. Have you guys heard of grits?
Yes, I have, because I've done lots of research on American carp fishing, but a lot of people in the UK don't know what grits are.
Okay.
No, we, to my knowledge, I can remember talking to Kenny at the show, and I don't think we have cream corn either.
Yeah, but that's right. That's right. Yeah,
That's nuts.
it is nuts.
Yeah, because now I remember. Yeah, because he tasted it straight
He
out the
did.
can. Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
That was.
Remember? Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I'll eat me a can of cream corn now. I will.
We have Jamie. She would like to know, what's your go-to bait? I'm not sure if she means like brand or she means, do you like to use pop-ups or, bottom bait boilies?
Worm.
Let's do both.
Corn.
What are some of your favorite brands to use? And then do you like to use pop-ups or do you like to use bottom baits?
I think I like to use. I don't know whether you guys use them, but we call them wafters or wafters over
Okay,
here,
yeah.
which is basically a critically balanced bait. It's like a hybrid between a pop-up and a bottom bait, and it just allows, with a very stiff hook length, to keep kicking the rig back out, if that makes sense.
It does.
But I think bait-wise, I love smashed up boilers. Just together, I think it's caught me more carp than anything else.
Really?
Wow.
That's
Nice.
yeah. I mean, it's cool to see. A lot of people when you ask them over here, what's your favorite bait to use? A lot of people go corn and sweet feed pellet, or tiger nuts. Those are like the big three.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to see. That I like to use pellet. I like to use crushed boilie. And especially because, the fish are so pressured over there that, you have to use high protein, high nutritious baits that those fish need to feed on.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite lakes that you like to fish at over in the UK?
There's one that features quite heavily in my content where I did a lot of time on there last year and caught really, really well, which is called Trentview Fishery, and that's 28 acres, I think.
Wow.
Caught up to high 40 pound. I think I forget how many 30
Right.
are in there. I think there's well over 130 pounders in there known. But I like to change about. I think the order of this year for me is to get to as many what we call day ticket fisheries. Now they're not the same as pay lakes, as how you see pay lakes, but day ticket fisheries in the UK.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going to be, because a lot of my audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said the pay lake thing, because somebody's asking what your favorite flavor is. Now, we have all kinds of crazy flavors over here.
Thousands.
We have dill pickle, Carolina Reaper, pepper, some crazy things. But what is your favorite flavor, if you will, to use over there?
Anything fishy for me, so crab, squid,
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
like
Fish
seafood.
fruit, like fish fruit.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, fish fruit boilie, a 24 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For bottom feeders.
Yeah. Anything that the wife says, get that
there you
out
go.
of my house.
Hey, Duff, I gotta ask. These guys aren't gonna ask you, but I'll ask you. I'm not afraid.
I got balls.
I noticed you.
I'll tell.
Do you have? I'm sorry. Do you use ever corn?
Oh no.
Son of a bitch. He's a deer in the headlight.
Go ahead, James. Ask you.
These guys like to make fun of me a lot. Matter of fact, it was Steve Briggs.
Steve Briggs is on the podcast.
He was on our podcast one time, and I made a comment. I said, "Hey, do you just use corn?" And the guys just won't lay off on me on this.
So we ask every
because I asked a famous YouTuber from the UK, "Hey, do you use corn?" What the hell is that? It's like, so it's like a little inner joke over here. They like to jab me a lot, which is fine. I love these guys.
No.
No?
Daniel does.
No, I was gonna say it's not us.
It is Daniel. Look at him. He's
All
trying to play. Yeah, stop
I'm
being.
gonna start
Hey,
jabbing.
real
then.
quick, I gotta give a shout out to Jamie. Thank you so much, sis, for your kind words. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Jamie is a lovely human being, and I see a lot of what she posts, and she likes a lot of my stuff as well. If you know what I'm thinking, it is the lady called Jamie. Big love, and thank you for the love on my
Yeah, no, she'll go
content.
that one.
Really appreciate it.
Yep, she'll go Duff that one.
Yeah, she's an angler for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so, when you coming back? What's up?
Yeah.
Well, brother,
You don't know.
when am I coming back? That's the question. So I am 100% coming back. There is what I am very busy for the next 2 or 3 months. Well, this is an exclusive. I haven't even announced this on my social media yet, but April I'm off to the River Ebro
Oh.
Nice.
which I'm really excited for.
Nice job.
And I've got projects as well over here. But I'm 100% coming back. I would say before the fall, but if not the fall, as you
Fall be a good
the
time.
fall.
As long as it's not iced up.
Absolutely.
Only depending what state you're in.
Yeah, I mean, fall would be
Yeah.
a great time to, fish Dale Hollow.
Hey, I know a couple guys, Duff. I know a couple guys that have a houseboat on Del Hollow, and at least one of them knows how to catch carp.
Yeah.
I think both of them have caught 40s.
Well, so Zach at Big Carp Tackle. Oh, I've known Zach a lot of years. Zach at Big Carp Tackle, and he's agreed for me. I can send some. So I've got some gear here in the UK that I want to send out to the US and leave in the US.
Nice.
So that's how much I want to commit to carp fishing. So they're going to send it to Big Carp Tackle, and then I'll get it from there. I
Excellent.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good move.
If if you need to store it at or around Dale Hollow, let us know.
We got a
like we
spot
said,
there as
we
well.
know some guys.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you, Duff, what is the ticket on getting a man's full kit over to the States? What is that ticket? How much would it cost a fella if he wanted to bring all of his kit? Roughly.
A lot of money.
Would it be cheaper just to buy it here?
Yeah, potentially, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. Now, I very much like to use my own gear, if that and that doesn't mean everything, but rod reel, vital arms. I don't know, $1,000 maybe to ship it. I don't know. I really don't know. I looked at shipping some Delkins out for somebody recently, and that was going to be $300
Wow.
with including the taxes. So
Wow.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's costly. Let me ask you this: Shimano
Very.
or Daiwa?
yep,
Shimano, Daiwa.
Daiwa.
Yes.
Okay. Then you and Daniel can fish on your side of the boat and leave me out
You know
of it.
what?
Then
I do like a good pair of Shimano.
Some nice Daiwa quick drags.
Yeah, I do like
That's where it's
Shimano.
at.
I'm like the old school ways. I got my old
There's nothing wrong with
3500, so I'm
Shimano,
just right there with it.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
There's nothing wrong with Shimano. Shimano's incredible.
No. We're
No.
just teasing.
Well, yeah, except for that they use
No, don't
them. That's
apologize
the
right
thing
now.
that's wrong
No.
with them.
Don't start, Daniel.
Colin Davies says there's no fish in Dale Hollow. Yeah.
What?
They're all gone.
Yeah.
Every fish is gone out of there.
Yeah, just keep moving. That's what he's saying.
Dave wants Duff to know. He says, Hey Duff, you are always welcome in Massachusetts. Jody and I told you we have a place for you to stay in New England Carp Angling Adventures. We'll get you on some great Massachusetts carp.
Okay, now wait a minute, real
did.
quick. Notwithstanding who you're talking about, that's Dave. Notwithstanding talking about him because he's a wonderful human being, I want you to know the impression that you made on us. Look at all of us that want to offer those type of things to you, and that's because of the type of person you are as well.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, bro. You were a brother to us as well.
Yeah.
I dream about you a lot.
Brother. Oh, brother. Brother, you are, honestly, when I say, like, I don't know spiritually where I am as a human being, but I felt like something happened to bring
Man.
us all together.
I agree.
I really,
Sure
really
did.
do. And I honestly believe, guys, the best is yet to happen in the States.
Yeah.
The best for
Agreed.
carp fishing is yet to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the fun that
Really?
we've had so far.
The stars
and,
just all lined up the right way.
we haven't even caught a fish together yet, and we've already had this much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I could imagine being on a bank with you.
Oh, I
If
know.
I-
Wait until that first screamer goes off.
Right. If I buy me and you like matching necklaces that says like BFF on it, would you wear it?
You got one more, James. you got,
I'm just joking with you, man. good.
Okay, so Lee Hearn brings up a good. He says,
Oh, Lee.
Lee
What's
says
up, brother?
puff fishing. That's something that English anglers have never heard of. So, have you heard of the puff?
I heard the puff.
The puff.
yeah, like a pickup.
I tell you what we call it. I tell you what the puff. What we call in the UK is what Bob Marley used to smoke. Over here.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, are you? Forgive me. I see this question here. Are you primarily boilie or pop up? Forgive me if you've already been asked that.
As a hook bait, I would say pop up. As a
Okay.
hook bait,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, now that we're on the pop up, I gotta ask now. What is your favorite color of pop up to use?
Don't lie, Duff.
Don't lie.
Yellow, baby, yellow.
Yellow.
Okay,
Okay.
Yellow, baby, yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow's is a lot of UK people use yellow a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
I feel
yeah.
like here in the United States,
Yeah.
a lot of American anglers uses pink a lot.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter right there. I love
Yeah,
pink.
pink's an incredible colour.
Yeah. That's just my opinion. I'm not sure if it's everybody does that, but it seems like a lot of anglers I see that uses pink a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, between pink,
Yeah,
white,
pink's
and yellow.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it or not, orange is actually
Orange is
a
good.
very strong.
I feel like it's a
one.
good fall color.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Davies said that you would recognize what we're talking about with puffs if we said sugar puffs. You guys have sugar puffs over there.
Oh, yeah.
And so they'll take those sugar puffs and just put it directly to the hook and they'll flavor it. You know, we've got other cereals called pops and things like that. And so, that's what the guys will use that stuff for a hook bait.
We have Sam Williams. He
Yeah,
wants to know,
absolutely.
have you ever fished UK rivers like the River Trent or the River Thames?
I absolutely have. Never the River Thames or Thames, as he said. The River Trent. Yeah, I actually had my first ever river carp from the River Trent, probably 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like river fishing, which is why I'm flying to Spain for some big
wow.
catfish. And,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
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 Speaking of river fishing, I got to ask, have you ever done any barbel fishing?
Yeah, and caught many barbel.
Yeah, what's that? I've always been interested
Yep.
in that. They look like such a cool fish to me.
I want a barbel.
Brother, if a barbel grew to £30, you would stop carp fishing. They are so powerful. So
Don't tell me
powerful.
that.
Hell of a fighter, huh?
Oh, maybe I do want to go over there and fish, just not for carp. Maybe I'll fish for barbel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How big does a barbel
Mate,
get?
carp is amazing. We've just had the British record at £23. Was the biggest
Really?
barbel just maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Wow. They're cool looking fish. They're really cool looking.
Tommy Pearson has a question for you. He
Yeah.
wants to know, what color do carp see the best? As far as pickups,
I don't think it's what. I think it's the water clarity, and the depth of water. I've seen a video of diving in the ocean, and the colour's changing as you go further down.
Yeah, we've
so
seen
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I actually like that answer. I like that you said, it varies and, you're not very sure, where somebody would go white or, pink or,
Yeah.
they give
Actually,
you
I heard
some
it,
weird
Yeah.
answer.
Farther the color goes, the carp recognizes the green.
I've heard that, yeah.
Down deeper in the water.
We have Always Carpy in here, and he says, what do you expect from the Connecticut River when you come to fish the USA?
Hey.
Commons, mirrors, or fantails?
I would like to catch a fantail.
I
I've
was
never
wondering
caught one.
if you ever caught a fantail.
I would very much like to catch like a 30-pound common, which I know is not uncommon for that river.
Right.
But you know what, guys? Most of all, I want some carnage, man.
Carnage.
I want some
Yeah.
carnage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You said I gotta say it. You'd have loved to be with me the other day. I was fortunate enough to be on a couple fish, and I had one cast where I cast it back out after catching a fish, and before I could get my rod in the pod, it took off in my hand. So I understand what you mean, and we'll definitely get you on some spots like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carnage, that's what we want.
So carnage. Keep that in mind when we're thinking of Dale Hollow. We got to get him in carnage. And then we'll pop over and hunt for a big girl after we get your belly full. Lee Hearn says, let's talk zigs. What is your experience using them? It's a very, very unused method over here in the States.
So the way I teach zig rigs, and bear in mind I have got an older audience, but I've also got a lot of younger anglers. The way I try and teach zig rigs are, so as a human being, right? If I was walking past something and I seen this, which is my phone, and I seen this, as a human, I'd be using my hands, picking it up. What's this? A zig hasn't got a carp, hasn't got that.
Right.
So a carp swims past. The only thing it can use is this.
Right.
It will suck the zig in, and before you know it, it's hooked.
Yeah.
That's the way I teach zigs. But zig rig fishing, if you're not using zig rigs, then you are at a serious disadvantage. I'm not saying in the States, over here in the UK, definitely.
I think, that we are at a disadvantage if you aren't using zig rigs over here. And with that being said, I'm somebody who doesn't use a zig rig. There are times, where we say to ourselves, they're not on the bottom, that they are suspended, that they found the thermocline in the water. And we believe, if we were able to find that with, say, a zig rig, that we would be able to, improve our catch rate.
Yeah.
I think it's something that we need to work on, that we need to actually, have as a tool in the arsenal. Especially, as American anglers, we need to recognize that it does have its place.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Colin Davies said zigs are for turtles here. Yeah, that's another problem.
Yeah,
is we have a lot of nuisance fish. We have a lot of bass, a lot of big bluegill, shellcracker, things like that are going to pick up on those zig rigs. A lot of turtles. So a lot of nuisance species that we have in the water. Colin Davies says catfish also love the zig rigs.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah. What's the weirdest bait you ever used?
The weirdest bait?
If you was getting creative on bait, what was probably one of the weirdest baits that you decided to use?
I caught on cheese a long time ago. Cheese, which
That's the first one.
is a very...
I believe it, but it's first.
Very,
Yeah.
meat before pepperoni sausage. Yeah, strange baits.
Man, that kind of reminds me of something.
No,
I was fishing at the CCC tournament with Jimmy Sneed, one of my teammates, and we had the current river from the Juliet River was so high just after a rainstorm came by. We actually had to take a full pound of weight just to keep our line straight to go to the bottom.
Wow.
Nobody was catching a fish hardly ever, but Jimmy decided to use this microwave bacon. It was already cooked and all that stuff. Opened it up and put it on his hook. He ended up catching one.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah,
They will eat what we feed them.
basically. Yeah.
Hey, I've got a good question here for you, Duff. This question's from Daniel Duke, and he wants to know what's the most amount of money that James has ever paid to hold somebody else's fish for a picture. Oh, that question's to James Sanders. What's the most amount of money that James has ever paid to hold somebody else's fish?
Lies.
That's Tommy Pearson, not Daniel Duke.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
Tommy Pearson would say that. I knew Daniel.
You're gonna
would
get
say-
Daniel Duke in trouble.
Yeah, I knew that's Tommy Pearson
I
talking.
had to put a little twist on it.
I know Daniel Duke's over there sweating. He's like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't type that.
Daniel Duke, the Royal Angler.
screaming,
Unsubscribed.
Daniel Duke, that's who said it, bro.
No.
That was
But we
there.
actually,
I
yeah,
love
let's
it.
push that propaganda now. I changed my mind. Let's do it. He actually did say that. You're right.
That's right.
I
wasn't
love Daniel Duke.
We also have Gilbert Huxley in the chat. He says that
Gilbert.
we have one of the respected carp anglers that he knows in the chat. Well, thank you for that, Gilbert, and thank you for being part of the show. You are,
The legend.
like we say, yeah, one of the legends, one of the cornerstones in the carp community over here in the States. So we
He
appreciate you.
himself, one of the most respected here in the
Yeah.
States, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Gilbert, the goat.
We got Justin Keaton. He says he's used a whole crawfish on the hair.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, they love crawfish, carp. Do. That's how they get so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked about that, about doing that more this year. Maybe using, more naturals, using more worms, using more, just big.
Probably zebra
anything,
mussels in Del Hollow,
yeah.
right?
Snails, things like that.
Yeah.
Really getting outside the box to see what that big 50 might eat. That's one of the cool things about Dale Hollow is we don't know the biggest carp in that water.
Yeah.
So it's still a mystery.
I got a question from Sam Williams. Duff, I think I seen a video of you using lunch meat, didn't I? Didn't you mix some lunch meat with some
Yeah,
night crawlers? Oh yeah, he is
Yeah,
using that.
yeah.
Sam. Sam is asking, are you going to? Will you ever use lunch meat or just stick to boilies? And so yeah, he's
No,
he did-
I have used one.
yeah, he did. He has one out, Sam. But he's using it. What was it? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Lunch meat and night crawlers.
Lunch meat with micro pellets.
Oh, micro pellets.
Nice.
Okay.
Micro pellets, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. We need to
That
get
that video did nearly 500,000 views. That video.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I watched it 38 times, Duff. No,
right.
I'm kidding.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
One
Standards.
one thing that I did want to touch on, and I think it's a good time to bring it up, where you do talk about, you had a video that had 500,000 views. You have quite a few of those. With all those views, definitely come, all the comments, good and bad. If you're like me, then you get 1,000 good ones and you get one bad one, and you think about the one bad one. How do you deal with negative comments and things like that?
Great question, Daniel. Great question.
It is a very good question. I think, brother, there are human beings that live their life online, and they cannot differentiate online to reality. So when I'm online, it's not a character that I'm playing, but when I'm online, I'm Big Duffs Fishing. When I come offline, I'm James. I've got a wife, I've got children, I've got a job. I've got a house, bills to pay. And there are some people, and these people, brother, I don't know if you can remember, I touched on this at the seminar that we did
Yeah, I remember well.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I think that's what he's bringing out
I'm
of
not.
you.
Yeah, I'm not going to swear on a podcast, but you know what I said, and it starts with F and ends in U.
Yeah.
These people, brother, you will never meet. You will never ever meet in your life, brother. I get it every single day, and do you know what I say to them? Thank you very much, because at the end of the month, cha-ching, you're giving me more money.
Yeah.
Keep coming, brother, because you are my unpaid employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's well said. That's right. It's well said. Yeah. Dreams over drama.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to push the dreams over drama. Jamie in here, she said, it's always
I
the
love
bad
that.
comments that we focus on. It's hard for me to be quiet on my bad comments. Yeah, Jamie, I agree. you honestly, you guys probably wouldn't believe the amount of times that I have a response typed out and then I delete it. Because I'm, one, not going to entertain drama. Two, if I argue with somebody on the internet, I feel like we're both losers. So I tend to try not to do it.
I swore it off. I swore it off. I will not do it. Absolutely refuse.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is or what it's about. I refuse.
Drama free.
So we have Gilbert Huxley, and he wants to know, and I don't think we actually quite touched on this, but is fishing a long time passion of yours? Were you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 So I fished. I don't know what you'd class. So we call it secondary school here in the UK. I don't know whether that be elementary in the US. Is that right?
Yes.
Elementary.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, elementary. So the second year of elementary, my best friend's dad took me fishing for the very first time. So I haven't been fishing since I was 5 years old.
Right.
But I've been fishing for a lot of years, Yeah, that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could tell the passion that you have for it, through meeting you, through the content that we do see. We could tell that you're very outgoing, that you do love to get outside. We see the overnights that you do. You're almost always sleeping in a bivvy. It seems like you're always doing it overnight somewhere, trying to do something. Even though lately I saw your video about the little cabin or whatever you want to call it that you've been able to sleep in. That's very nice. I wish we had a little bit more things like that over here.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Very, very cool to see your passion.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I like a lot of your short videos, and kind of like especially if you just do like a little simple hair rake for 30. You do so much great detail on a 30-second video, and that's what amazes me. And you just basically put it, for a person to understand so easily. You did great, great job on that stuff. Great job, so.
Thank you. It's a passion of mine, brother, to share what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest rights that we have in life is to share what you're passionate about. And if some people don't like it, that's fine. I don't. Yeah. I'm not interested in soccer here in the UK. You guys call it soccer. It's huge in the UK. I'm not interested, brother. I want to go and catch some carp.
Yeah.
Same way.
That's how I feel about baseball over here. I don't care. I'm trying to go catch fish.
It's real close for us.
Yeah. Hey, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Is there anybody I'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah.
I know they're watching because I've heard the comments. Obviously, Dave Outdoorsman. Absolutely love him.
Oh, yeah, man. That's my boy right there, man.
Well,
Him and his wife, Jody.
Me, Colin, Sam, all the guys that I met over there. But to the people that have put me where I am, brother, I've always believed in being very humble. My grandfather once told me that the same people that can put you up here can also put you down there.
That's so true.
So for anybody that supports my content, and I see the views, I do, and I still can't believe to this day that I get the level of views that I do. But to the people that have put me here today, I love every single one of you. Like at home, a little kid drew a picture of me and then wrote me the loveliest letter on the back of it. And I really wanted to bring it to show you this evening, and I left it home.
That's special.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Send me the picture, and when I edit this video, I'll post it up there.
There you go.
I love that. I'll send it to you when I get home.
Yeah.
So we have Paul Metz. I know you said that in about 6 weeks, you have a whole new line of things coming. Are we going to be able to get those over here in the States, or is that UK only?
Oh, let me show you a picture of my bobbins have just been released now, and I've spoke to the guy that's making them for me. So these are my Big Duffs bobbins.
I've seen those.
These are available in various different colours. There is different colours. This is just some photography that I did the other day. when I was fishing.
That's from 3D printer.
And you can buy them. You can buy them on Etsy, and they can be shipped out to the States. So that's a real plus. The mugs, I'm not sure with the mugs.
Okay.
I really wish I could, because
Yeah.
I absolutely love the mugs. Well, you can see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
For girls and boys. But hopefully the clothing, I'm hoping so, brother.
Wow,
I'm hoping
nice.
so. I plan on spending some time in the States, brother. I want to get to know you guys. I want to explore America, brother. It's adventure for me. Adventure as a man, and I say this, and I'm sure women are the same. But as a man, as a hot-blooded male, ugly male man, I seek adventure, brother.
Yeah.
Adventure and excitement, and fishing gives me excitement.
Yes.
In the words of Kenny Mac, amen. It gives me
Amen.
excitement.
Yeah, we could definitely tell that, and
Yeah.
we appreciate that you have accepted us, and we fully accept you into the American carp community. The only thing left for us to do now, as we said, is get on the bank or the boat together.
Yeah,
and
man.
Now we got to catch some fish. That's it. That's the only thing we got to do now is go catch some fish. But thank you so much for your time, especially with the time difference. Thank you for altering your schedule and giving us your
sure
time
it's past your
to
bedtime
do
now.
this show. We very much appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for letting me come on. I've hugely.
Hey, and I'll pay the
Hugely.
same tribute back.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely our brothers, the
Big
carp
dog.
family.
Right on.
My
Well,
man.
thank you very much.
Thank
Duff.
you so
Have
much,
a great rest
Duff.
of your night, brother, or great rest of your morning now, I guess.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye now.
Right
All
on.
right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Are you kidding me?
How are we blessed to,
Man.
be able to be around, not only be around it, but also, when we were out there fishing in the snow, I FaceTimed him real quick. I was like, look, we're out in the snow fishing, and he's like, oh, I wish I could be out there with you guys.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's cool to not only do we get to do this, but, I truly consider him a friend.
No,
I
we're
consider him a
connected.
brother.
We
Yeah.
talk to him. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. He always answers. He always responds. And it's a blessing, man, to have. I mean, just take a look, Daniel, in the past couple of years. Just look at the people that are around us, and we've surrounded ourselves with some warriors and some really, really good people, man. I'm very proud of that part.
Do you hear what he said?
But
He said he thinks about me a lot. He dreams about me. Yeah.
you were borderline SH, bro.
Yeah.
He always dreams about me. That's why.
Yeah,
I
he-
I don't know
I'm
what
I'm not sure if that's true.
It came out of him
It
or
was
something.
borderline
I mean,
sexual harassment.
Yeah, he was saying something about sexual harassment, but I think he said it.
No,
he
never
liked
hit
it
on
or something,
James,
but
you're
I wasn't
hitting on
sure. But
Poor Duffs, he's married, bro.
Right,
it's,
yeah, he's married.
Oh, yeah. So am I.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you need to just
so-
knock
Oh,
it
see,
off.
now he's just trying to keep secrets. Okay,
Hey,
well,
real quick,
thank you
a
to our
shout out
sponsor.
Yes.
West Coast Bait Boat.
West Coast
Yeah.
Big Boats.
Connecticut Custom Tackle.
RJ.
Thank you to Carp Angler, Big Money Beepers, Team Fish Fighters, Carpy Commando. Shout out to Carp Anglers Group as well. USA CARP Guide, Bottom Feeder Baits, and check out Catch USA. If you guys haven't checked out Catch USA, I just actually filled out my blueprint and a little session with my 8 fish that I was able to catch.
That really is
that was
amazing.
pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Cut. Where's the cut?
And I caught those fish on bottom feeder baits and a couple of the drop back pop-ups. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Tight lines.
Tight
Practice safe
lines.
fish care. Anything else?
Fish care, fish care.